Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Archie Tech Experiment. We are here today with business owner Steve Nardiello, very interesting person with a very interesting background story. So I'm going to bring him in and let you guys get familiar with him. Here he comes. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Steven Nardiello. How you doing today, Steve?
I'm doing good, Snoop Dogg. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. I'm doing great. So why don't we start by telling people what the nature of your business is?
I don't have a business.
Wait, were you prepped for this interview at all? Because
Panda, I'll tell you what, Panda didn't do a good job.
Panda, you got to do a better job at screening the guests, okay? Because this is what I have to deal with if you don't.
She didn't even tell me what I was here for. She said this has something to do with child support. So, but you do not look like that person.
I am not that person. I am not. Okay, so you have no business.
No, I kid. Hold on, don't go anywhere. All right, yeah. So the nature of my business. I am part of the largest CBD franchise in the world called Your CBD Store. We deal with high quality CBD, USDA certified organic, which is really a big deal in this industry. Everything's third party tested, seed to soil, soy to oil, QR codes, lot numbers. You won't find a better quality product on the market at all, ever. I could guarantee you that. So that's what we really deal with, helping people in the most part.
I can see that. And so how do you get the CBD? Like, is it grown? And if so, where is it grown?
Yeah, so we're farm to table. We have two farms, Colorado, Oregon. We're a franchise. We have over 700 locations. I'm a franchisee. And so the franchise, the parent company, Sunflora, they grow the hemp. You know, they third party test it. They do their own extraction. They do their own manufacturing. I mean, they are from the beginning to the end to your finished product with a QR code and a lot number on it.
Wow.
Extraction happens in Florida, and it's a super critical CO2 extraction. And that may sound like gibberish to most people, but it's the cleanest, it's the healthiest, but it's also the most expensive.
Wow, that is amazing. And so what brought you to CBD? Like what made you want to get into business and dealing with CBD products?
So, I have a background in recovery personally, you know what I mean? So I'm really against pharmaceuticals, opiates, narcotics, and what CBD does. I mean, it's a great business model also. You know, I'm business motivated, don't get me wrong. But if you don't believe in what you sell, you're not going to do a good job at it. So the fact that I was helping people deal with, alternative medicines for pain, for anxiety, for sleep, without them getting pumped with pharmaceuticals like the doctors want to do, they just want to write them a script and shove it down your throat. It was really passionate and meaningful for me personally.
Okay. Because, all right, so someone once told me that, like, you could either acquire wealth through, like, say, family or by accident or the lottery. And then doing that, you don't really, like, people that come into wealth like that are, like, careless with it, or they don't appreciate it much. Even if they maintain it, they don't appreciate it. But if you do acquire that type of fortitude, it comes at a price. What price do you feel like you had to pay in order to, like, get that determination and ambition and discipline in order to build this business?
Suffering.
A lot of suffering.
I suffered for, a decade before I figured it out. You know what I mean? The suffering builds character. The problem with today's generation, everybody's soft. A little bit of suffering is good for you. Within reason, mind you, within reason. Let's not take it to the extreme, but within reason, a little bit of suffering could build some character. And when you suffer enough, you just get to a point where it's like, you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And once you master, it's like the gym, right? Going to the gym is I hate working out. I went to the gym today. You look like you've been going to the gym every day. All stocky as hell. Look at you.
Thank you, sir. Well, I have, I've been putting
you're looking real brolish.
I appreciate that you noticed that.
Yeah, I did. You're looking all swelled up. But the point that I'm making is that for people like us, I can't speak for you, but for myself, I don't like going to the gym. I hate it. I do it though, because it's uncomfortable. And as you get comfortable being uncomfortable, everything, to be successful, it's a lot of being uncomfortable at the beginning. And then once you get comfortable being uncomfortable, then it's just like second nature. It's a routine. You're just going and doing it. And it all stems down to one word, and that word is discipline.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with that. Getting back to the CBD though, just for a second.
Sure.
I don't know much about CBD, and I'm
Okay.
sure some of my viewers might want to learn as well. Does the products, because I've heard that they help with like pain, anxiety, and stuff like that. Is it different products to deal with different ailments, or is it like a one size fits all kind of thing?
Okay, I'm gonna try to make this really like short and sweet and simple and not too sciencey, because I don't want them to glaze. You gotta fight the glaze, you know what I mean? Believe it or not, humans, cats, dogs, and fish all have something called an endocannabinoid system. That's a real thing. I didn't make it up. It's a real
Mind
thing. You can
blown.
look it up. Yeah. And it produces, guess what? Endocannabinoids. Yay, big shock. One of them is called the Ondamine. But a simple way for you to Google that at home, if you're curious about CBD or how it works, is Google Bliss molecule. That's BLISS. It'll bring you right to what I'm talking about. Three main responsibilities of that system is dealing with inflammation, curbing anxieties, and regulating your sleep. Now, sometimes through lifetime and or trauma, you either stop producing enough of them, or on rare occasions overproduce it. So why was there a CBD boom a couple of years ago? Besides the Farm Bill being passed, but we found through research, when supplementing cannabidiol, that's what CBD stands for, cannabidiol, from a quality source like your CBD store, not online or Amazon, the gas station, you're sending signals to the brain saying, hey guys, we're getting cannabinoids. Then your body starts to make these endocannabinoids. Believe it or not, it has nothing to do with the CBD. It's our amazing bodies working with it to get this system into balance. That's when you're feeling better, you have less pain, less inflammation, less anxiety. Now, as far as one size fits all, I mean, with marijuana comes in strands, hemp comes in profile. So you have indica, sativa, and marijuana that have different effects. One's more of a downer, relaxer, indica, couch, sativa is uplifting, focusing. With hemp, it's a little different. It's like recipes. So if you have 10 parts CBD and 5 parts another molecule called CBN, it's going to be really, really sedating. And we have a sleep tincture with those ingredients. Now, if you have 10 parts CBD and 5 parts CBG, now it's focusing, invigorating, clears brain fog. There's over 100 cannabinoids. That's what CBD is, a cannabinoid in hemp that has different effects. And then we could get to terpenes, which would really just be too much. We don't want to go there right now. It'll get crazy. But the more cannabinoids in a hemp product or hemp profile, the more effective it is. So there's really no easy way to answer that question, that one size fits all. It really doesn't. Different cannabinoids have different effects, and different combinations have different effects.
Okay, so I'm with you, little lost, but we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere, so that's cool. So, all right, I have a good friend with psoriasis.
Okay.
Are there any creams or anything that CBD could help with that? Do you think?
Yeah, of course. We have award-winning topical cream. We went to the Expo 2019. Our topical cream got an award, got a little award for it this big. If you go into any of my 7 stores, you'll see the award, Best CBD Topical Cream 2019. It has MSM, which allows deep penetration, arnica flower, which is the natural pain reliever, peppermint opens the pores, and then 1,000 milligrams of CBD. It's phenomenal for any type of deep tissue pain, discomfort, anything like that.
That is amazing. I will be sure to let my friend know that. So it sounds to me that there are a lot of benefits to CBD, like
Correct.
hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of benefits to CBD. Not many people know much about it, which is weird to me. Do you think that in the future, CBD will play a bigger role in healthcare and do away with the addicting Suboxones and the addicting methadone, which kind of sometimes, I agree with it for some people, do what you have to do to recover, but it also causes, it seems, more problems than it solves sometimes, in some cases.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%, but you got to remember that big pharma isn't going to be doing away with anything. It's a business. Pharmaceuticals is a business, hospitals is a business. It's all a business. It's all about money. Money makes the world go around. So I think it already plays a big role because CBD has become pretty mainstream. I mean, as confusing as some of the things I have said to you, if you go to any Your CBD store across the country, there's a trained expert who will educate you. Like now that's a thing. You could just walk into Your CBD store, get education, ask a million questions, and try a whole bunch of free stuff, and then know that much more. So that wasn't around a couple years ago. You know, it was still kind of taboo. So it's clearly becoming mainstream. And when marijuana gets federally legal, I mean, it's just going to be continuously, both industries will move towards that similar direction.
Understood. Yeah. I think so you say you started up with, you say you have 7 locations, right?
Yes.
And you have employees at each location, obviously, because you can't be 7 places at once.
That's
Are
that's how
your
that works.
employees, are they just as educated on the products as you?
Dude, I put my employees through the ringer. I'm talking about, so they get the trainings for 30 days. We have a chief science officer at HQ. We have all these webinars, they're studying, there's scripts, there's pitches. I listen to them pitch, they shadow me for a month before they even, and they immediately get a $2 to $4 raise after training. But you got to come with the grit. I'm not, you know, with my background and what I've been through, I don't expect people to come punch a clock. Either help me achieve my dreams and I'll help you achieve yours. All that coming in, going through the motions, not for me. You don't want to work for me because I'll fire you.
Yeah, you kind of sound like a pretty sucky boss if you ask me.
I'm the
Terrible
worst.
boss.
No, you know what? I could actually speak on that. You wait right there.
No, I'm sure your employees love you. But
Hold on, Snoop. You know what this is? Let me show you this. I have people who've been with me for years. Okay, so that
absolutely
says something in itself. Look what they got me.
Dundee Award, Steve Nardiello, world's best boss. Wow, world's best boss.
That's right.
That is saying something. That is saying something.
Yeah.
Big accomplishment.
I talk a good game about, because it's just nonsense. I don't handle nonsense, but I would do anything for my staff.
Absolutely. And I believe that 100%. With the locations where are these locations? Are they all in Connecticut?
No. I mean, my first store was Rocky Hill 2019. That's my baby. I love Rocky Hill, Connecticut. It's my first store. It's my favorite store. It has Sheila Fenton in it. She's one of the most amazing people I've ever met. She's my manager. I love her to death. And from there, I have New Canaan, Connecticut, Southington, Connecticut, Bristol, Connecticut, Avon, Connecticut, and then Warwick, Rhode Island, and Ithaca, New York.
Wow. So you've been growing this business for how long now?
It's almost 3 years. 3 years will be September 21st, will be 3 years since I opened my first business.
So in the past 3 years, you've managed to go from no stores to 7 stores. And they're all running pretty good, you would say.
They're all profitable. I don't feed the beast, and that's what's important.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
Yes,
you mentioned it before about suffering. What type of suffering? Could you elaborate on that?
Sure, we could get into some suffering. You know, I grew up in Waterbury, which is like, as you know, growing up in Hartford, you know, I think Hartford's a little worse, but not by much. So, you know, I was involved in drugs and gangs and hanging around the wrong people. You know, been bullied, been stabbed, been shot at, been jumped, all the works. Great stuff from 12 to like 22. And then at 24, I was cleaning my life up because I had a daughter, and someone called me for a ride, and I was in the middle of a robbery, kidnapping, shooting. Yay. And because I didn't say who shot who, I got 5 and 8 years to serve. So my whole 20s got wiped out from 24 all the way to 29. I get out 2019 with 8 years special parole, a little bit of money to my name from working at Power Home Remodeling Group in the halfway house. And all I did was work every day, save every dollar I had, and roll the dice on Your CBD store. I was all in. I said, this is either going to work or it's not.
So you blindly went all in the CBD, and it looks like it's working out for you very, very well.
Yes.
So you have 7 locations, employees that are helpful. What is next for Steve Nardiello? Like what's your next move, basically?
Real estate. That's the name of the game. It's the end game. It's the all and be all. I mean, you're seeing me in my first investment property right now. This is a duplex I got for $230. You know, I put 30 grand into it, and right now it's worth 386. And I didn't even add the 3rd unit. So I'm going to add an additional unit in the attic, and it's going to cash flow $50,000 a year, for, you know, 30,000 profit. At the end of the day, if I could take all the money from CBD and put it into real estate, I'll be a happy man. 10 investment properties, you could retire.
Wow. That sounds very cool. So I'm learning a lot. Like this is probably one of my you are one of my favorite people, obviously. Like
Likewise.
so inspirational, very helpful, like just a genuine all around good dude. So
I love you, man.
I love you too, bro. So with the real estate stuff, could you give anybody else that's looking into real estate any tips on how to get involved or like what to look for? FHA. No one knows what that is.
FHA, first time buyer. So like, okay, now granted, you're going to need 2 years of tax returns. So let's get that out there. You need somewhat decent credit. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then FHA is where you could put 3% down. So for this house, we only put like 17 grand down. That was it. That's not, and to some people it seems like a lot, but it's really not in the grand scheme of things to own something. And then because it's a duplex, they pay $1,600 a month and pay my rent, my mortgage. You follow me? So if you're, first off, you gotta just make a choice what you want in life. All right. You got to make that hard boundary of what you want in life and where you want to be. Then you got to sacrifice and be disciplined to get it. And then the third thing is you want to surround yourself around people that are doing it. I have friends and mentors who are very successful in real estate, and I choose to spend the majority of my time with them. I got guys that went from, selling vacuums to having a $40 million real estate portfolio in Ithaca, New York, and it's because I chase that company and I force myself into that circle of friends. And I just soak in and absorb information because you are who you hang out with. I found that out, the hard way. When I did all the prison time, it was addicted to drugs because I was hanging out with fucking drug addicts, And now on the flip side, I'm hanging around successful entrepreneurs and I'm a successful entrepreneur now.
Look at that. That's amazing. That's amazing. So what you have mentors as well, and you mentor other people, I'm sure, right?
Of course. Yeah. You got to give back.
Absolutely. And that's what I was getting at. So do you think that it helps you to help other people? Would you say that?
Of course. I mean, being in recovery, and I know this, man. You gotta get back what you got for you to keep what you have. So mentorship and I mean, the world's full of all this bad stuff as it is. If you don't watch the news, whatever you do, we need good people doing good things, regardless if it's in a sponsor or a mentor mentee relationship. Just we need as much good juju in this world that we could get.
Absolutely, I would 100% agree with that. I try to be my best at all times, not perfect, but I always try to like lend a helping hand when I can. I try not to judge people. I try to, treat people the way I want to be treated. Seems simple, but not enough people do it.
Yes.
So you got 7 store locations, all doing good. Yep. Moving into real estate. That's amazing. You're helping all these people. You fucking getting the best boss award. That's amazing.
This is the biggest deal. Is this right here?
That is that.
I don't care about nothing else. This is a done deal.
That is a big deal. You got Panda fired though, so that's
not
intentionally, but she's about this close. Panda's about this close to getting fired. But
give her another chance. Tell her
she got to do better. She has to do better.
Do better,
maybe she'll be looking for a job soon, so maybe you can hire her.
Not the way she prepped me for this. That work ethic ain't working.
All right, you have anything else you want people to know about you or your businesses?
I just, I mean, your CBD store, I got involved in this franchise before it was a franchise because I believed in it. And what I've seen CBD and even microdosing certain THC products do for people is amazing. I know people have gotten off certain medications that they were taking for a long time. So if you don't know about it, come to your CBD store, ask about it, find out, try some free samples. You could always reach out to Snoop or myself. I will be more than willing to help you in any way I can, give you a better quality of life. And
also, do you think that being in recovery makes you that much more passionate about CBD, that much more passionate about 100%. What you do?
Yeah, 100%. I had like a full blown out war against opiates. I would listen, if you haven't seen Dope Sick on Hulu, you should make sure you watch it. Shout out to Dope Sick on Hulu. The pharmaceutical companies are evil. Also, if you're not a Daily Wire subscriber, you should be. Listen to my boy Ben Shapiro, unrelated.
I'm sure well, and me, Archie Tech, you could always tune into the Archie Tech experiment
don't.
as well, you
No.
know. but yeah, Ben Shapiro, because he needs more viewers, right?
I don't even know who this Archie Tech is. No, I'm kidding. No, serious. Shout out to Snoop for everything he does, of course. Listen, you're amazing. You know I love you, and I'm going to support you till the day I die.
Absolutely.
I mean, if
you
I
have
don't
shown and proved that time and time again. So Pat, you're passionate about, I know I have a beef with Big Pharma. I don't take any, maintenance in my recovery. I choose not to, because and that's another reason why I too started looking into CBD to help with anxiety and depression and stuff like that. But I have like a personal vendetta with Big Pharma. I have seen Dope Sick on Hulu. And I think it's insane. I think they're getting away with murder and it's unfair. I think that spreading the message of, more natural, holistic approaches to recovery and also just any type of elements. I mean, Big Pharma will always control the game, but if we do what we can as individuals to spread that message, maybe we could get people, better help.
Yeah, I mean, we should probably just burn them. You want to burn them down? We could just get together, do something real. No, I'm kidding.
Or we could stay out of prison, but staying out of prison is probably top priority.
Yeah, maybe.
I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your time. You taught me that time is valuable. You personally taught me that lesson, and it's stuck with me ever since. So I want to let you know that I appreciate you taking this time out to spend it with us, me and the viewers. And I learned a lot. I'm sure some of my viewers learned a lot. Hopefully people will get down to that Your CBD store. Obviously you have a very, the quality of your product is very good. You know what I'm saying? And at a fair price too. And I could attest to that. I co-sign that. I stamp that. Get out there, get to Your CBD store. If you have anything from anxiety to what's that called? Arthritis.
That's a big one.
That's a big one. So
and watch Archie Tech.
And watch Archie Tech, please. And like, subscribe, share, and everything else. So I think we could conclude unless there's anything else you need to say. That's really all the questions I have. And I know you're a busy man and you got to get back to doing what you're doing.
Well, this is Sunday fun day. I got some gardening. I bought some chickens. I got some baby chickens in the other room.
Got baby chickens?
Yeah, I'm trying to be self-sustaining. I don't want to be buying eggs when I could have my own chickens that lay eggs.
If only those chickens made gas, then you would be.
Would make what?
Gas. Gasoline.
Gas, like natural gas?
Like gasoline, like for the car.
Why? Listen, don't even get me started into the global warming. No, I'm kidding. I'm not that guy. Get real weird real fast, man. I just want you to know that I have two things. One thing, I'm super proud of you. Keep up I think this is a great platform. It's going to turn into something great in the next 90 days. I believe that. I think you're a wonderful host. You're such a natural at what you're doing. A lot of people takes them a lot of time to get like that type of vibe going. You did it so well. And I listen to a lot of like podcasts and stuff like that. You were so natural and authentic. I just think this is going to be a great platform. I hope people subscribe and like, and I would love to one day be on my podcast app, hit the Archie Tech experiment and see you. And then lastly, I just want you to know the amount of self-control that I used during this.
Panda did something right, at least.
So
she did explain to you that this was a family oriented show, right?
Yeah, she did.
Cool. Yes, and I appreciate those things you said about me. It means a lot coming from you, but I am proud of you for showing that amount of self-control, because I know it's very difficult for you to do.
It was. I'm a troll.
All right. We will conclude this interview. I'm going to boot you out and give the viewers a little bit of what I got going on for them next week. Stay on your best behavior, please, all day today. All right, there's Steve, everybody.
Peace out, everyone. Lots of love.
Lots of love. That was Steve Nardiello. I hope you guys enjoyed that interview. I hope you got some useful information out of it. I sure as hell did, and I will be looking into getting some CBD products for myself real soon. Next week is gonna be like very personal for me, because it's one thing if you don't notice about me, I'm a big time battle rap fan. Like I love battle rap. Next week, I have Greedy Grimes coming on the show. And for me, this is going to be big because I'm such a Greedy Grimes fan. I'm a big time battle rap fan in general. And Greedy Grimes is one of my favorite battle rappers. So I'm going to conclude this episode. And until next week, you guys take care of each other, love each other, and be good to each other. Be kind, period. Love you guys. Thanks for checking in.